Hey everybody, welcome to episode 70 of Just Talking About Jesus. I have my buddy Lovatta Scott here with me. Hi, Lavaudus.
Hey, how you doing, Jan? What's going on? How you doing?
Good. Just some things have happened in your life since our first episode, which I believe was episode 2, way back and pre YouTube.
Yeah, free you to
Just the
prehistoric.
audio during that time, but yeah, and that was just about your testimony of how you came to the Lord and all of that
Hmm.
stuff, which was good. And then your new wife at that
Oh
time
yes,
too,
Liz.
yeah,
Hi,
your
Liz.
beautiful wife Liz that
Yes.
joined us with that one. But so you had an event happen not too long ago, and I think maybe you want to share it with everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So first off, yeah, thank you for anyone that's watched the video of me on episode 2. Yeah, even my family from back home. It was awesome to, get y'all support from that and share the testimony with family that don't have like access to stuff like that. So so back in 2024, back in January, me and my wife, we were experimenting with things, and it just it's just one of those things that you have as a couple. It's like, hey, what things we want to do to spice up a relationship, because it's something that God created, and He wanted to, make sure that we were like locked in. And yeah, we created like different things like, okay, we can do this, we can do that, we can do this. And one of my ideas, it ended up going like very, very south. I ended up trying one of these drinks that were in the like in a cannabis store. And in Oregon cannabis is legal, so I was like, okay, I can try this when I'm gonna be at home and I'm not gonna be out and about or anything like that. And I can try it in privacy of my home and spice things up in our marriage. So we did that, and I actually was the only one that wanted to try it. So actually, the day before, when before I tried the drink, I had some gummies. So these gummies had no effect on me at all, no effect at all on me, and I was like, okay, it's just like eating regular gummies. I didn't feel anything. So that's when the next day I ended up trying that drink, and the drink pretty much like was night and day from the gummies. It was like a very, very, very bad reaction to it. I ended up like going like ballistic, and it ended up like it was like the scariest thing I ever had done. I mean, like experienced in my life
Are you
because
gonna tell me you don't recommend this?
no, absolutely not. I mean, if you don't do any kind of like marijuana or anything like that related, I highly do not recommend. I mean, and I actually even drunk like I drank like a beer or a little bit of alcohol from time to time, and it was like way more potent than that. It caused me to like not even remember what I was doing, and I was crashing out, and I was going upstairs and downstairs, and my wife was trying her best to control me and cause me to, calm down, but nothing worked. The police and the fire station came out to our house, I believe she said, and it was just like a very, very terrible time that, ended up being like a quiet night between two people private in our home to the public getting involved. The neighbors were involved. They was wondering what was going on with me because they knew that I did not act like this, and it just caused like a whole lot of stir in the neighborhood because it was like, this is Levitas is not act like that. What's
Yeah,
going on with him? What did he eat? What did he drink? And yeah, I ended up
scary.
very scary. And then unfortunately I ended up getting in my car and driving off somewhere. They said I drove up the street from where I live, and I ended up crashing and two unfortunate victims. And it just like, yeah, I didn't come back to normal until I was like woken up in a hospital, and it just caused a whole lot of like concern. I mean, they told me the first thing I asked was, what's going on? Who did I crash into? Are they okay? I don't know what happened. My mind just went haywire, and I couldn't even like I couldn't even like put my mind back to ease, back to normal. It was a very dangerous thing to do. Um, yeah, and I had a few people come in. I didn't even see Liz yet. She was somewhere in the hospital. But yeah, I found out the victims were okay, both of them. They ended up just having the wife ended up having minor injuries. Unfortunately, the guy had his legs, you know, amputated, and yeah, it was very, very
Both
bad.
legs?
Yeah, both. I believe it was both. I still to this day don't know. I didn't try to get into
Yeah,
it
yeah.
because I'll tell you about that later. But I ended up like causing this accident, and it started in the privacy of our home, and then it ended up causing a whole lot of stir. And then I had people that didn't know me judge me for like who what had happened, and that's what social media does. They don't know who if they don't know you, they're going to like automatically assume and don't get the whole 5 cents because they think what that 1 penny will pretty much get them into the slot machine. But anyway, yeah, I ended up spending the night in jail that night, and my life changed. It changed a lot. It caused a whole lot of growth, and I mean, like a whole lot of growth and a whole lot of patience and a whole lot of scrutiny between people being on social media and hearing about the accident, and and people are calling me. Oh my goodness, like so many calls I've gotten from the accident. People came by my house, people from the community, people from the school because I coach football too, and people from the church most likely. Yeah, and they ended up asking like, what happened? Everything's okay, and I'm glad people that came by didn't automatically judge me.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't
Because that's
automatic.
harsh.
Yeah, definitely, and they
Yeah.
knew me that they knew me for me. That's
Yeah.
like I set a foundation already in this small community.
Right.
Usually they just run you out of town if you do something like that, but it ended up not being that. It's being the complete opposite. And people were, the kids. I'm very involved in kids, with kids ministry and also kids coaching and stuff. And they were concerned about me too and stuff. And I told them that I was okay, and they were very, very, they were praying. People were like praying, and they don't even pray like that. And it was just like a big stir. But yeah, it lasted. I mean, it started in 2024 January, and the whole thing of me waiting for my court case and all that is it's that it kept going, like the arraignments and things. It didn't happen. I mean, it kept going until like this year of September, and that's when everything started going down. I was looking at 12 years in prison, even though I
Ooh.
never been in trouble in my life. But people were telling me to hire a lawyer, and this is me being new to the system and new to everything that the lawyer does, and not really like understanding it all. So I had to do my homework, and it caused me to learn some things and hire a lawyer. And he ended up giving me a great deal, and that was 2 years probation. I don't even have to do that whole 2 years, and if I'm on good behavior, which okay, it's me. Um,
This is
and
normally.
yes, thank you. Yes, and also I have to do 160 hours community service, and I'm doing that now. The church and the community is helping me with that, and had a couple grand of court costs. And also, last but not least, that this one that hurt me the most, financially and lifestyle wise, is I can't drive for 5 years.
5 years.
Yeah, 5 years.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
that and that really did it because my job involves driving. My support. So they ended up laying me off because there's nothing they could do.
Right.
They based in Portland, and I had no other job to do that. With I couldn't drive, so I've been unemployed for a month now,
Yeah.
and yeah, I mean, it's just been a different chapter. I look at this as a different chapter, and I mean, it changed everybody. It changed people's lives that were involved, and once again, I'm sorry for the victims that were involved in it. I mean, I'm taking responsibility. pastor pretty much told us like take responsibility for things, and I that's what I did from early in the jump. I mean, even though I didn't do it intentionally,
Right.
I still took
But
responsibility.
still,
And even though I wasn't
yeah.
in my right mind, I
Yeah.
still took responsibility. And it's like it's becoming something that is helping me understand more things, you know. Like one thing is I'm glad the victims are okay. And I'm okay too. I got a few minor injuries, you know, stuff on my hands and, you know, temporary hand injuries and stuff. But second, I just grew a lot closer to God because sometimes when you don't have anything else, you just, and it's just God. And
Yeah, I think maybe he puts us in those situations sometimes because
definitely,
of that, you know. I
definitely. I
mean,
thought my relationship with God was solid, but hey, he was like, hey, he
yeah,
wants to be more solid. And I'm like, okay, I'm okay with that.
yeah.
And third, it definitely helped me with my marriage. I seen Liz for who she was. She definitely stood by me
She
the
stood
whole
by you.
time. It's usually someone just run off and not even be involved with it. But even when I even told her like, hey, I can understand, even though I try to push her away because I'm like that. You know, I'm very independent. And I told her like, hey, if you yeah, I can understand if this is too much for you. Like I did this as my responsibility, and I can deal with this on my own. And she was like, "Nope, I'm not going anywhere." So that's real love right there.
Yeah,
That's a
right
real marriage
there.
right there. So I'm very grateful for her.
Yes.
Very grateful for
Yeah.
her. And
Yeah.
now she just drives me around everywhere. And I'm trying to get used to her driving. So pray for me, y'all. But other than that though, I'm just I'm collecting unemployment, trying to collect unemployment, and I'm gonna like have surgery soon from the accident I've been in. So yeah, I mean, other than that, I'm just like playing the waiting game and being patient and growing a solid. I mean, my foundation with God is still solid. I was like, I didn't blame him. Like, God, why did you make this happen? Why did you like didn't stop me or anything like that? I was past that. I mean, I'm glad that my relationship with God was not in jeopardy. But
What are the characteristics about God that have strengthened you?
the characteristics about God that strengthened me, I can say that patience, and when things don't go right, that doesn't mean like it's already like done. Like you just don't quit right there. You just like you gotta just keep going, you know, keep going, and you know you in this life we're kids on a bike, all right, kids on the bike with no training wheels, and when we fall, what are we gonna do? Sit there and cry for a while, forever, and then we get up, try again, get up, ride the bike again, you
Yeah.
know. And we use our father, and we can have our father help us, and he's the father that you know holds on to handlebars and let us like ride all the way down the street, and us not noticing it. They're like, "Hey, son, look what you're doing!" Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So my characteristics in that, he gave me patience, gave me peace,
That's
understanding.
huge. The peace is huge.
Yes, because so many nights I haven't slept, you know, during this time, you know, being worried and concerned about my future. But now that you know, everything is set in stone and me being sentenced and I got a couple of felony counts on my record now, I mean, I'm still at peace because I know I'm a person that needs to know. I'm a person that wants to be in the know of like, especially if it has something to do with me. And you know, after the whole sentencing thing, I was just kind of like, okay, I'm gonna do this and take care of them, take care of this, and let them know, my probation officer know that I'm not going to be this guy to mess up because my lifestyle wasn't already like that. So I just have to have everybody that supported me in the community, in the church, to help me out with rides and stuff, and
Yeah.
you know, finding me a job and go from there. Yeah.
What are some of your favorite scriptures?
Oh man, I got so many. There's a shirt. I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan. You see the little eagle that my goddaughter made right here. Yes.
Aw.
Yeah. She gave me that one. And Isaiah 40:31. Yeah, that's one of the ones. That's why she got the eagle right there, because I kind of
Eagle's wings.
yes, the
Yeah.
eagle's wings. You give
Yeah.
your wings like eagles. That's one. That's like number five. I got a top five. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Yes. Number four will probably be Ephesians 4:32. Be kind to one another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another, Father Christ forgave you, because yeah, I mean that right there. I mean, people need love, need niceness, and people don't have people to talk to, and
Mm-hmm.
it's very limited these days, especially with everybody turning their opinions into facts on social media. So you kind of like, hey, yeah, this is an opinion. You just gotta say it with love, though. Be kind in this and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can say, oh yeah, I don't agree with that. I don't
Yeah.
agree with this.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna like you. I mean, people gonna love red, and you like blue. And honestly, bring them colors together, make it purple. Okay. All right. So number three, is definitely going to be Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. That's the classic one. Is trust in the Lord and all your heart, lean not by your own understanding, and trust in all his ways, make your path straight. Because he's did that. He's definitely done that in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I trusted in him, and I thought I was looking at prison time, and ended up not being prison time.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to actually mention. I also spent like 4 weekends in jail.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was like 12 days in jail I had to do, and people there treated me nice. And yeah, it was just, it wasn't great, but I mean, it was
Yeah.
just, yeah, something I had to do, and it went smooth. So I trusted in the Lord throughout the whole stuff. Yeah. And my number two one, I'm just gonna have to. It's like number one. I know what number one is, and I know what number two is, but it's kind of like topsy turvy. So yes.
Depends on
So
which day it is as to which one's which.
the Lord is my shepherd; I shall not want. That one right there. The second, yeah, the Psalms 23. I just have to understand that He's with me, and walking through the like valley of the shadow of death. The whole Psalms 23. That right there is just like
Mm-hmm.
I'm a sheep. I'm a black lamb. That's how I look at myself. I'm different, and I picture him just coming down, and he just like, he's grabbing me, even though I'm different, even though I'm like very like jovial, very outgoing and stuff, and not like people out here in the Oregon community. He still like loves me for me, and he just reaches out to me. And actually, let me show you this picture. Um, it was on the album cover that I had. Yes, I don't know if everybody can see this, but
Oh, I'll add a picture.
yes.
Yeah.
So yes, it's
Yes.
Jesus basically looking
Oh,
out, reaching out for a black
yeah.
lamb, and
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Screenshot it.
hmm And that number one right there, I see this verse everywhere, even on a clock. Okay, it's Matthew 6:33. Seek the kingdom first and its righteousness,
Uh-huh.
and all things be added to you. It
Yeah.
tells me not to chase after everything, because I'm independent. I'm very independent, so sometimes it's kind of like
You
have that.
used to be.
Yeah, yes, thank you. I still have an independent mind, Jared. Even when you're married, you still kind of like, I gotta do this on my. Yeah, I mean, I want to have some independent. But anyway, that's what I'm saying is, go after what you need and separate your needs and your wants. Because if if you put your wants in your need category, like, oh, I need a job, or I need some money, or I need a car, or I need like a house or something. Like, no, put that in the want category, not in the need category, because God will give you all that you need, because God is all you need. And if you seek Him first in His righteousness, which I've been doing, all things be added to you. Here I was, I've been unemployed for a month now, and somehow, some way, we have more than enough money to take care of us, even though I've been without a job for a whole month.
Yeah.
And this is this morning. I was like, what? We have this much money?
Yeah.
I didn't work for a month. And yeah, God took care of us.
Yeah.
And we just steady seeked Him. We pray before we eat, pray before we go to bed,
Mm-hmm.
have a little devotion. And yeah, that's why that's number one.
Yeah, seeking Him first. Oh my goodness, I mean, and He's your provider. He is Jehovah Jireh, the provider of, and again, He's going to provide what we need, not just what we want all the time. He's going to make sure you've got enough food to eat. He's going to make sure that you've got whatever, a dry roof over your head, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially in this Oregon weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting around
Yeah.
that time when
Yeah.
the time got darker, how they do the little time thing, and all of a sudden it's just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yes,
Time changes. Like,
yes. And it's raining, and the
no,
Oregon weather doesn't know
How
how to
many
make
more
up its
days do
mind.
we have?
I don't know, but
It is. It is.
hmm
So then it's time to evaluate what your skills are and what other things that you've learned along the way that maybe could work into another profession or a type of thing. You got time on your hands, maybe you're going to volunteer and do some things that, meet some people you didn't know before, have
Definitely.
some relationships that you hadn't had before, just
Definitely.
because you have time, you know,
Mm-hmm.
to do that. And um, maybe you want to start writing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I got some things written down already, so
Right there, you could
yeah.
be writing a devotional or something. So, tell us about your music.
Oh yes. Well, I've been on a hiatus from music, ever since the accident. And my music is like something I've been like love to do like ever since I was young. But when I was younger, of course, I was into secular music because, it was just pretty much all I knew. And Christian rap wasn't really the thing to, talk about. I felt like I would be lame for that. But the more you grow and the more your brain develops, you find out that, hey, this is all about Jesus. This is all about what's going on in your walk with Jesus and you being a good, faithful servant. So I switched that up when I got baptized in South Carolina. And yeah, my music's been there ever since. I got a couple of albums out now. One is called Black Lamb, the one I showed you, and I did that in about a few years ago, and it has some great songs on there. Definitely worth checking out. If you wanted to talk, I mean, hear about like how my life was at the beginning before I became, Lovatta today, and also other album, the latest one I've let it out was Soul Food for Thought. Basically, it's a mixture of soul, in your soul, and then food for thought, because God gives you that food, and as you read, every your scriptures and things, and you want that, you need that to feed your soul. So there's beautiful songs about that, and also relating into my marriage with me and Liz, and temptation, and all that stuff that people go through in their life daily. Yeah, so that's what basically Soul Food Thought is about, like a real walk with God,
Uh-huh.
not something that you just like post and like, hey, I'm going to church this
Yeah.
Sunday, and then you're back to your normal
Yeah.
reality. It's nothing like that. And also, yes, if you like just hearing music in the background, I have a beat album out too. I put out like around like a year ago or so. So not a year ago, it was like 2023. Yeah, it had to be
Couple years,
2023.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, if you like to just hear music and chill, then yeah, I got music on. I mean, just no, just instrumental. So yeah, I got that too.
So now that you've had your hiatus, got time on your hands, time to get back into it. And
Yeah.
what kind of things will you do?
Um.
What are some real sparks?
Oh my goodness, I'm glad you talked about this. Because I want to kind of get your perspective on this, because you're a very wise lady. So with that being said, I'm making I've already made it. I already like I didn't make it, but I pretty much written the album already. It's called PTSD, and basically it's called, and PTSD is not for the regular post traumatic syndrome, none of
Hmm.
that, but it's like pep talks sabotages doubt.
Oh.
So with that being said, it's
Oh.
a album about a male role model and his counterpart, which is younger. And this is actually kind of like relating to me and my nephew in a sense.
Mm.
Do you remember my nephew when he was here? It was like
Um,
in 2019.
just briefly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
he was
yeah.
here, and it was me trying to like look after my nephew, trying to get him to graduate from high school, and he coming up here to try to make his life better. And yeah, that's what the album pretty much talks
Mm.
about. It's like from the beginning where I'm pretty much like yelling at him like, "Hey, you think that you all this and all that?" And yeah, I'm gonna let you know that, hey, this is not where it's gonna go down. And then when things calm down and simmer down, I just pretty much tell him like, "Hey, I love you, I care about you, and I want to be there for you and make sure that you're okay." And what we're gonna do is grow together. You're not. This is not me telling you what to do. It's
Hmm.
me growing together with you.
Hmm.
Because I need Jesus just as much as you do.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what it was. He ended up getting baptized here, and that's how the album goes too. He's like throughout the whole album, we're going through, situations and things that the teenagers go through, and
Yeah.
we grow throughout the whole album. And at the end of the last song on the album is called Church Jig, and that's just us dancing at church and celebrate. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's the album I'm thinking about coming out with. So
So you were able to mentor him.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, it was great.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was, yeah, I know.
overall,
I know.
overall, it
Talking
was
about a teenager.
yes. Overall, it was great. It's something I learned, and it's something that he learned, and now he's back home thriving. Back home thriving. It's like
And
he's
he might
thriving.
not have been otherwise.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have not have graduated. He not would have got into some trouble and would have been involved with the wrong friends.
Yeah.
So now he's like the leader down there.
Yeah,
His name is
yeah.
David for a reason.
Yeah, yeah. And so, with you and Liz are not able to have kids. So, but you kind of have filled that with being a coach.
Yes.
Tell me about your kids and your coaching and, how you feel like maybe you might impact them.
Oh man, those kids, I treat them like they're my own sons. We went against the Napa in football like a couple of weeks ago in
Oh,
our last
no.
game.
No, no.
She's yeah, she's from
Now
that
you're talking
area.
about my territory.
Yeah, they had to go down, but hey, they had us for a minute though. First 3 quarters, y'all had us like the first 3 quarters, y'all just up and y'all was beating us, and then it was just something that in me that told them like got a timeout. I was like, hey, you can do this, y'all got this, and I gave it like a Ray Lewis type inspired speech, and it ended up like lighting a fire underneath them, and they just. And then on a serious note, I ended up yeah. I was just like, I broke down. I actually cried in front of them a little bit, had a few tears come out saying how proud I was of them because this year has been like one of the worst years of my life. And I hate the fact that, things went down the way it did. And this right here is a bright spot. And you guys did like so well. And I mean, I'm glad that you responded the way that, I mean, I'm just proud of you guys. And I love you guys. Like I've told every kid, like, I love you guys like y'all my own sons. Okay. That's how I look at y'all. Y'all my boys. And it ended up like, a couple of them were like, thank you, coach. And all of that is like, remember the Titans all over again. But those boys,
Well, part of the thing too is just when you think you're going to go out and do this, it's kind of for them, but it's not. It is a two-way street.
Yeah.
When you are out giving yourself, they end up giving back to you too, and it is a two-way. It's not just a one-way street.
Yes. They definitely teach me a lot, be patient. And also, and they listen. And if you motivate them the way that, God provides me with the talent to do that, because God, I mean, I thank God for all of this. God is the reason for all of this. And they respond, and it's like, yeah, two-way street. I learn stuff from them, and it's like, hey, if I'm wrong about something when I'm coaching, they correct me, and I'm like, cool, that's cool, man. I'm not
Yeah.
going to act like I'm perfect and better than anybody, but yeah, I got gifts from them. I mean, a whistle with my name on it. I even got a card right
That's
there.
gonna be a big whistle. Put your name on there.
Yeah, so it was it's kind of big, yeah. And one of them gave me a card on the refrigerator saying thank you for all the things you helped me do, and they gave me a little coffee cup with the Warrington W on it.
Yeah.
And there's another kid that said that he's going to write a letter to me and pretty much appreciate me. So yeah, those kids, man, I love them so much, and I'm glad that I do what I do. I enjoy it too, and I mean, money is not even a thing when it comes to stuff like that
Yeah.
because you get joy from it. I
Right.
tell everybody, I want you to find what you love. Please find what you love, because if you do, then it will change your life in a sense where you want to dedicate it to God first, and then you just keep your mental straight, because these are hard times for the world right now, hard times for the country. But if you spend more time in your hobby, which I'm going to do now with my album, it will it'll make you flourish and make you not even like worry about things, because God tells us not to worry about things. So yeah, it's definitely a difference maker, and I really recommend you guys do that.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I can't wait to see what God's going to do with you. And
Man.
anybody out there, good job. That doesn't require lifting
Yes, a
right
job that does.
now.
Prayerfully, my the medical stuff goes through, and I have like the surgery with on the hernia, and make sure that because right now I can't really lift and I can't stand on my feet longer than 2 hours, and right now I'm just waiting for the paperwork. Y'all know how that goes with the
Yeah.
unemployment and the health stuff, and during the whole government shutdown, it's gonna just take a long time, and I'm already patient, but it's just the fact that is, it's just got to wait for it to happen. So,
Yeah.
if anybody know about anything that I can do that can, bring a little finances to a little funds to the house, I appreciate it. I'm a very dedicated worker. I've been at my job like at Alsco for 6 years,
Yeah.
and before that, the Link Care with that a few years, and I heard about Alsco and decided to go. So these jobs that I've been to, I've been committed, and people like me.
Why is that?
Nah, God, that's why.
Might be that smile.
Yes. So yeah, help
Yeah.
a brother out.
Yeah. Yeah. So good. So good. All right. Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, definitely. I just like anybody that needs time to like needs someone to talk to, courage. I can like Jan. I'm gonna circle back to that question. I can like listen. I can be a listener. I'm not a person that just like, hey, I'm gonna give you the advice and then you go somewhere. No, I can. I want to listen to understand you. So if you want to contact me on Facebook, my name is Lovatta Scott, Lavaudus, and we can chat on there, and we can, yeah, because I got time on my hands. So if you need someone to talk to without paying for a therapy session, then yeah, because of tough times, then I'm your man. All right, so
And you like sports.
yeah, football's on right now, and go Bills because I don't like the Chiefs. Yeah, so
Yeah.
if I never like coached like basketball before or any other kind of thing, but I haven't coached football before either before I'm moving out here, and they just like, hey, just go out here and encourage the kids, and I did, and now look at me now.
Yeah.
They say I'm a great coach. So
Yeah. Yeah.
so anything, hey, if you guys need help and y'all can help me like with the ride there and back, then yeah, definitely I can help you with your coaching. Why not?
Right. Right.
So
Perfect.
anything.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, I see good things for you, and I will put links in the show notes for all of your contacts, your music, and all of that stuff so that you can fill yourself with Lavaudus.
That's filled with Jesus.
It's filled with Jesus.
So yeah, that's how it
Yeah.
goes right there.
Yeah, singing about Jesus. Not just talking
Definitely.
about it, we're singing about
Oh, gotta sing about him. Shoot, gotta do it.
it. Got it. Okay, Lavaudus, thank you.
All right, thank y'all. Y'all heard about the little lemon fleece as white as snow? And y'all already know how that story's told. Now you're gonna hear about the lemons black as coal. Cindy had a little lemon fleece